Daisy, I miss you so much. I need you in my life again. But, Arthur, what will happen to your new girlfriend? Now I'm regretting my decision each and every second. Please, give me the chance again. But sorry, Arthur. I think your new girlfriend suits you better than me. Please, don't kill me by your words. I would like to live my life as your husband again. Hi, my name is Arthur. I am a 42-year-old office worker. Today, I am going to share you the worst decision that I took in my life. My wife and I got separated 2 years ago. Before that, we were together for 15 years. At one time, I even thought that we have achieved all that we could achieve as a couple. So slowly I started to lose the interest in my wife. And the pandemic made the situation even worse for me. Because even the small arguments in between us looks like a big verbal abuse to me. So I started to hate my wife even more. So I decided to divorce her. At the time, I met Lisa. She joined as a marketing executive in my office. I fell in love with her at first sight, so I decided to propose her, but unexpectedly, she came to me and said, "Arthur, I think I'm in love with you." I was shocked after hearing this. I even thanked God at that time. But I said, Lisa, but I got already married and I have 2 daughters. So I think this is not going to work in between us. But she said, Arthur, we all are going to live only once. Why don't you divorce your wife and try to start the new journey with me? I was surprised after hearing this. To be honest, this is where I decided to divorce my wife. Because Lisa's character is exact opposite to my wife. My wife is very calm and humble person, but Lisa is very bold and more career-oriented woman. So at that time I believed that Lisa is 1,000 times better than my wife, and my life will be better with Lisa than my wife. So I accepted Lisa's proposal. So I told my wife about the divorce. To be honest, I expected a huge argument after telling my decision, but surprisingly, my wife said, it's okay, Arthur. We can't force anyone to love the other person. I understand your situation and I respect your decision. So, best of luck to you and your new wife. I was stunned by this reply from my wife. So, I leave my wife after 2 days to live with my current girlfriend, Lisa. Me and my wife have 2 daughters named Emma and Laura. One day, Emma called me and said, "Dad, why you leave me and Mom? I hate you so much. I won't talk to you anymore." I almost cried after hearing these words from my daughter because I love my daughter so much. And that is the first time I started to regret my decision. So I called my wife and told her about my daughter. She said, it's okay, Arthur. Don't cry. I will talk to our daughters. Enjoy your new life. Don't worry about us. Me and our daughters are doing well without you. So concentrate on your life. Don't care about us. Again, my wife surprised me by these words. So I almost out of words after hearing this kind of reply from her. And after 2 weeks, my daughters called me and said, "Dad, we forgive you for your actions. So don't worry about us. Mom told us how much you sacrificed for us while we were little. So don't worry about us, Dad. Mom is taking good care of us. So live your life happily without us." After hearing this, I went to my old house and spent some quality time together with my wife and my daughter. After that, I thanked my wife for understanding my situation. But after this, I started to feel very lonely inside my heart. Because while I was with my wife, I can see and play with my daughters all day long. But now I can't see my daughters. This reality hits me hard. So I called my wife and told her to give my daughters to me So she said, Arthur, are you out of your mind? As I always saying, you can't force anyone to love another person. So if you want our daughters, why don't you come and ask our daughters by yourself? So again I went to see my daughters to my old house. But my daughters said, Dad, we understand your situation. But you know what? You're the one who decided to destroy our family. So we don't believe you in this matter. And we don't want to leave our mom like you did to us. So we don't want to live with you in your house. For us, our mom is the only world. So give respect to our decision and live your life happily without us. I cried after hearing these words. So I left my old house with a tear in my eyes. So after this, my wife invited me to her house to celebrate Christmas with our daughters. So I spent a most unforgettable Christmas with my wife and my daughters. So while leaving them, I thanked my wife because she made sure that the girls didn't refuse to see me. She kept my image whole and always spoke to them about how I loved them and how good father of a father I was. So I thanked my wife from the bottom of my heart and left their house. But after I reached my house, I can't feel the same happiness with my current girlfriend Lisa. So Lisa tried her best to comfort me, but I can't feel the same level of happiness with Lisa. So I started to regret my life slowly, and one fine day I had a major car accident. Luckily I survived, but my leg was broken. So my wife came with my daughters to see me at the hospital, and I saw the tears in my wife's eyes. This is where I realized my mistake for the first time. So she came to visit me at the hospital every day. And one day she helped me to walk slowly at the hospital. At that time I lost my balance and fell down. So my wife just said, "Oops," and ran towards me to help. I got a whiff of her smell, and that was when it all hit me even harder than before. So I started to cry because now I understood that what am I missing in my life. Yeah, I did miss my children and my home and my stability, but most of all, I missed my wife. I missed her warmth, her voice, her calmness, her wit, and most of all, her smell when I buried my face in her hair and neck on Saturdays when we could sleep in. And I understood that I never stopped loving her. I have tried to explain it away because I have this new brilliant girlfriend who is so different, who is teaching me how to be excited again in my life. But every time my wife face is the first thing I thought of when I woke up in the morning and looked at the person next to me, and every time Lisa kissed me. And I closed my eyes to try to imagine my wife's smell, but I never got anything. So my new life with my new girlfriend was started to look like an hell to me. So I decided to leave Lisa for my wife and daughters. So I went back to my wife and explained my feelings to her, but again she surprised me by her words. She said, "Sorry Arthur, I think you are doing the same mistake your girlfriend did to my family. Infidelity is abuse. It looks like you seem unable to be alone and unable to happy who you are with. And you are traumatizing people along the way with your selfish choices. So please leave me and my daughters to live our life like this. And I don't want to steal you from Lisa like she did to me." After hearing these words, I started to cry like a baby, but my wife further said, "Don't act like the kid, Arthur. Be a man. You decided to leave me and our daughters for another woman. That was your decision, but please don't force us to accept you into our family again. If you're going to act like this, then I will never talk to you and I will never allow our daughters to talk to you. So live your life without me and our daughters." After hearing these words, my world fell apart. So I never talked anything after that to my wife. I just moved away from that place with a simple hope by believing that one day my wife will accept me like my daughters did.